President Trump says he's received a, quote, beautiful letter from Kim Jong-Un insisting the North Korean leader has kept his word on last year's agreement to refrain from nuclear and long-range missile testing. The president today would not confirm or deny reports that Kim's murdered half-brother was a CIA asset. Brian Todd has been looking into this for us. So, Brian, what are you learning?
Wolf, we have new information tonight from CNN's own sources about Kim's half-brother, Kim Jong-Nam, and a meeting that he had with a man who may have been an American intelligence officer just before the brother was murdered. This comes as two new reports say that Kim Jong-Nam was indeed an informant for the CIA. He was the half-brother of North Korea's dictator and the victim of a brazen, dramatic assassination in broad daylight in a crowded airport in Malaysia. And tonight, it turns out Kim Jong-Nam may also have been something else, a secret American informant for the CIA.
The CIA would want to talk to anyone who had any kind of knowledge about Kim Jong-un personally or the regime in general, and certainly Kim Jong-nam would have had that kind of information.
The stunning allegation is detailed in a new book by Washington Post reporter Anna Fifield and a report in the Wall Street Journal that suggests that the carefully choreographed murder of Kim Jong-nam may have been retribution for working with America's spy agency. It was an especially brutal death. Two women smeared VX nerve agent, one of the world's deadliest chemical weapons, in the face of Kim Jong-un's half-brother, killing him within minutes. He was seen dying on a gurney. During the trial of the two women, a top Malaysian police investigator said Kim Jong-nam had met with a mysterious American man on a Malaysian island a few days before the murder. A defense attorney tells CNN he believes the man was an intelligence officer. Police did not identify the man or say he was a spy. A Malaysian investigator told the court Kim Jong-nam was carrying at least $100,000 in his backpack at the time of his murder.
These are $100 bills that are in denominational bricks, which suggests that it could have come from an intelligence agency paying him for information.
What kind of information would the CIA have been after? Kim Jong-nam had been exiled from North Korea for decades, living mostly in the Chinese enclave of Macau. Analysts say he never even met his younger half-brother. Still, former spies say his intelligence could have been valuable for the CIA.
You've got names working in the palace, advisors, who's an expert on the United States, and this was passed from one generation to the next. And just the atmosphere inside the leadership. I mean, how paranoid, how scared are these people? And how do they look at the world?
The Wall Street Journal's sources say Kim Jong-nam was likely in contact with other nations' security services as well, particularly China's. Could Kim Jong-un have known about his brother's reported contacts with them and the CIA, motivating his killing?
He may well have. Certainly, North Korean agents may have been keeping tabs on Kim Jong-nam when he was living in Macau and in Beijing. So they may have seen contacts between him and Americans.
Today, President Trump was asked about Kim Jong-nam possibly talking to the CIA, something the president didn't deny, but also seemed to suggest was not appropriate.
That would not happen under my auspices, that's for sure. I wouldn't let that happen under my auspices.
Tonight, former CIA officers are surprised the president would suggest anything other than using sources to gather information.
Come on, I mean, that's what intelligence services do. I do hope the CIA, if it gets another defector like Kim Jong-nam, will talk to him. That's the way you keep the country safe.
The CIA is not commenting on the reporting by Anna Fifield in the Wall Street Journal on Kim Jong-nam's intelligence connections. Chinese officials have not responded to our request for comment on the reporting that Kim Jong-nam was likely in contact with Chinese security services. When we called North Korea's mission at the UN for comment on all of this, they hung up on us. Wolf?